This news update is brought to you by
This is a 6 p.m. Barbados Day update for Wednesday, June 18, 2014. A warm welcome to you. I'm Kmar Jordan. Good evening. Troubled residents in the Ivy St. Michael are anxiously awaiting a police plan to arrest lawlessness in their community. Assistant Commissioner of Police Erwin Boyce tells Barbados Today the force is working on a sustained plan for the Ivy that has been rocked by a recent spate of shootings. Today, our news team took to the St. Michael district, where residents told us they're living in fear. We spoke to two gunshot victims, Crystal Cottle, who was shot last weekend, and Grantley Oliver, who was injured in an earlier incident. Both residents want the violence to stop.
I feel the policeman is thing because this is a party every month thing that this is coming here, party every week. And it's coming here and just shoot boat. They got little children boat here, and got people, old people walk these streets during the evening, sometimes for the night.
But the night I don't stay here because I'm frightened. I can't sleep in the front. I tried to rest the other afternoon, and I was seeing it in front of me, and I bung up. So I can't stay here. I just gotta leave on nights. I can't sleep home.
Her mother, Ursula Grisette, also expressed fear that her family is not safe, while businessman Leon Sargent complained that the shootings are scaring away his customers.
I just don't know how this whole situation began, but it's getting worse. And I didn't intend to start up to just know my daughter went back for dressing when she laid, and one of the same fellas in the face she down by the hospital. This is the third time this come across here and shoot at my place. And this last time my daughter get injured. Then she went to drag the children off the bed, and he shot she lay.
From a couple of weeks Tuesday, when I had shooting, I had pools going on. I had about 50 men in the place. 50 men playing pools, because I had a competition going on, right? And since that day, it dropped from 50 to 17, 14. Last night was out of the question. Had nobody at all. Nobody turned up. People scared for their life.
Meantime, crime against tourists is also causing headaches for law enforcers. Head of the Crime Stoppers International, Deval Dupini, tells Barbados Today his agency is working with the Royal Barbados Police Force in a bid to arrest the problem. But he says the situation cannot be addressed effectively if residents do not speak up.
There is an anonymous way to report. If these crimes are perpetrated, they are obviously affecting our economy, they're affecting our global image. So it is really incumbent on us as members of the community to say no, right? And we're asking everyone, all those who may have any sort of information on anyone who's perpetrating these types of crimes against our tourists, to come forward with that information. In other news, 13 people were injured in an early morning accident. According to police, the crash occurred around 10 minutes to 6 at Rowan's Road, St. George, after a transport board driver lost control of his bus and struck a guard wall. 3 passengers were assessed by medical officials as serious and were transported to the QEH, while the remaining passengers were transported to the Glebe Polyclinic. Meantime, police are investigating an accident which occurred in Black Rock this afternoon. The collision involving a Suzuki van and a Daihatsu truck occurred around 3 p.m. just in front of Chefette Restaurant. Thankfully, both drivers escaped serious injury. In sport, defending champions Spain are out of the FIFA World Cup. They were kicked out this afternoon by Chile. In a nail-biting encounter, Chile won 2-0, dismissing one of the tournament's favorites. Australia are also out of the tournament. The team became the tournament's first casualty after they were defeated 3-2 by Holland in a thriller.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
To news from our Caribbean neighbors now, Vincentian Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves is urging his regional counterparts to ensure that domestic laws conform with community law. The Prime Minister's advice comes against the backdrop of the historic Caribbean Court of Justice ruling in the case of Jamaican Shanique Myrie versus Barbados. Gonsalves says the reaction to the judgment clearly shows that signatories to the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas are yet to appreciate the significance of the ruling to the movement of CARICOM nationals and to the CSME. He believes until there's such an appreciation, countries will continue to face major problems. Further afield, a historic day for Spain tomorrow as the country crowns a new king and queen. Prince Felipe will occupy the throne just weeks after his father, King Juan Carlos, abdicated his throne after nearly 40 years at the helm. But the prince's ascension comes in the throes of numerous challenges, among them the country's grave economic situation and the dwindling popularity of the monarchy. Added to that, reports indicate that his queen, a commoner, will have a tough time ahead in winning the hearts of her disenchanted subjects. On that note, we come to the end of our 6 p.m. update, but join us again tomorrow morning at 7 for another news update. Until then, you can log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, or like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. I'm Kamar Jordan. Good night and see you tomorrow.
This news update is brought to you by